What should you think about when creating a financial game plan for divorce? Number one is you must understand that divorce by nature is taking one household and dividing it into two, which is going to stretch finances further than they typically would be. Number two is you need to take control. A huge mistake we say men make is they don't go gather their important documents. They don't go gather bank statements. They don't gain access to all of the financials prior to being served. Now, we understand over 70% of divorces are filed by women. There's a lot of men that are blindsided by divorce. But that 30% that do file, or the ones that see it coming, you need to make sure you have your finances in order and you have all the documentation. Number three would be planning for the future. Understand that going through family court process can be an expensive process, and you may need to adjust or reevaluate all your expenses in your life to be able to get through this chapter, because our goal is for you to exit this process and not be in financial ruin. Our job is to get you through this chapter and on to the next and better chapter of your life. What documents outside of financial documents should you gather in preparation for divorce? First, you're going to want to gather all of your important vital documents, your social security card, your birth certificate, these documents for your children. You're going to want to gather your deeds to your house, your pink slips for your car. You're going to want to gather all of these documents, and you're going to want to put them in a safe place. Whether that means gathering these documents and taking them to your parents' house or your brother's house or a trusted friend's house, you're going to want to gather all these documents and have them all in one place where they're not accessible. Now, this may be making copies of these documents, or it may be taking the originals, but you need to have these documents. Once you've been served, you still need to try to go through this process. You need to make sure, especially with yours and your children's vital documents, that you gather that information, any medical records, social security cards, birth certificates. So once you've been served, though, there is the automatic temporary restraining order in place. So I would advise to make copies of these documents and to not remove them from the home. But you still need to go through that process, making sure you have all the proper documentation for your cars, for your house, for the mortgage, and for you and your kids. What advice do I have about choosing a lawyer? I tell anyone that asks, the number one thing you should look for in a lawyer is someone you feel comfortable with, that you feel comfortable with the firm and that you align in values. Don't make a rush decision where you feel uncomfortable and the attorney rubs you the wrong way or you may not see eye to eye. You're going to want to find an attorney that you feel comfortable with. And then secondly, you're going to want to look for a firm that has experience and expertise in your issues, whether it's divorce, family law, domestic violence. Here at Real Fathers Rights, we have over 300 years of experience handling matters throughout Southern California. And you're going to want that type of expertise in your corner when going through family court. Is it better to take time preparing or rush through the divorce? Well, it's going to depend on the situation. If it's a very clear-cut divorce and both of you guys are comfortable with each other's financials and you're comfortable and agreeable with what is being decided, then getting through divorce as quickly as possible is usually the financially responsible thing to do. Also, getting quickly through divorce, we deal with a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of individuals who have founded startups, and a lot of times a divorce can severely harm your business. And if you're going through this process and maybe you're going to see a large jump in income or you're going to see a large investment into your business, it may be in your best interest to get through this process as quickly as possible. Now, on the other side, if she's the one who has assets that we're not so sure about, has a business that we don't really know the value of, it may make sense for you long-term to take a step back, take a deep breath, go through the formal discovery process and really figure out what's there. If you're headed for divorce, or maybe you've already been served with the divorce documents unexpectedly, click the link in the description to schedule a free case evaluation with our team where we can discuss how we can help serve you and help you navigate through the divorce process.